What's up, spectators? Wizzles here with what hopefully will help you guys, but we've been getting a lot of comments, and you guys look like you're having a lot of trouble with the Elgato. So in this video I'm gonna try different setups and hopefully get some to work or some to not work so you guys can see what works and what doesn't. And I'm also going to try to answer as many questions in the video and clarify anything that's confusing to you guys. So let's get right to it. Alright, so the first topic that I'm going to cover is like the cables and also what you need to successfully use the Elgato. And first thing, you need to have an HDTV with at least an HDMI port. And on my TV it says the different qualities of viewing on the screen, I guess. Like it says HDMI is the best quality, components like the middle are better, and then composite's good. So you want to have a TV with HDMI. Alright, now on to cables. Everything comes with the Elgato that you need. So first, this is the USB power cable that you get. Just a mini USB, and then the regular USB that goes into your computer. And then this one's the PS3 cable, and it's the component, or the D terminal. And then they give you an HDMI cable for your Xbox. And then they also give you this component adapter, and I'm going to try to use this later on in the video. But what they don't give you is another cable, which you're going to have to buy, another HDMI cable that goes from your TV to the Elgato, which I have this 8-foot or 10-foot one right here. And so that's a lot of you guys have been commenting on the cables and stuff, so I just wanted to specify and clarify. So you get the power cable, the PS3 component D terminal, an HDMI, and the component adapter. I think that's all of it. And obviously though, you get the Elgato with it. And I'll also clarify what ports need to get plugged into HDMI in or AV in or HDMI out as well. So the HDMI out, it goes straight from your TV HDMI to your Elgato. So I would use my TV cable, plug it into my TV, and then plug it into the HDMI out. All of the inputs where it says AV in or HDMI in, those go to your PS3 or Xbox, obviously, because this right here goes into the in, and then from there the other side goes to your PS3, or vice versa with the Xbox, goes into HDMI in, and then the other side goes to your Xbox. Another thing I forgot to say was that you need a computer, and it has to have Windows 7, I think, and also, you need if you have a Mac, then you need the latest OS X for the Mac, so, or the newest operating system that's out. I believe. I'll check the website and I'll put it in. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is plug in the PS3. Well, I already have it plugged in, but I'm going to use the PS3. And let's see. So I have the Elgato plugged in. Everything's correct. Everything's correctly plugged in. And I have my PS3 plugged in, so I can go over some troubleshooting with you guys. And first things first, gotta turn on the TV. And gotta turn the Elgato on. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm not gonna do this with my screen recording software, so I think it'll be a lot easier for me And if you guys can't see it, I can just let me know, and I guess I can probably put up a different like video on the software settings that I have for everything. So as you can see, it says no signal as the Xbox 360 connected. Okay, well obviously I have my PS3 connected, so I'm going to switch this to PlayStation 3 and it automatically goes to component. And I'll just put on 1080, why not? So those are the settings that I have now. HD 1080, PS3 automatically switches to component, and that's pretty much it right now. Let me turn on my PS3 and get the settings right. So, like I said in the video before, or in the tutorial, you hold it until it beeps. Oh, whoops. Alright, so you hold it until it beeps once. Okay. And it should come up. Alright. So it came up on my screen, but not on here. It's just a black screen. I think you guys have had some problems like that. And I think what I did, well, first let me change the settings on here. Hang on. Bear with me because I'm using a tripod, so. Alright. So, video settings, or display settings, video output, you want component D terminal, and I guess hit change. It should come up. Yep, there it is. And you hit yes, and you go, you just hit all the boxes up to whatever your TV output goes to, and it should change. Let's see if I can do this. Yep, it's up. So hit yes before the time runs out, and as you can see, it's on 1080p, and I don't know if you can see in the background, but it should load up. That was weird. Kind of flashed a little bit. Oh, duh. I didn't save the settings. So PlayStation 3 component, and then let's see. I guess hit OK. That's strange. If you guys have been having these problems, it's no signal and it's not coming up. PS3 is on, but so PlayStation 3 component, HD 1080, preserve source format. Don't need this. I don't know if that might be the problem. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, here, I'll turn it. What I'm doing right now is I'm just tinkering around with the Elgato, because I've had problems like this before. I just unplug and make sure that everything's plugged in right. And still no signal. So let's just leave it on here, and what I'm going to try is just turning off my PS3, and I'm going to turn it back on again, because sometimes you just have to mess with it a little, like apply the settings, I guess. So I just tried setting the profile to standard. Don't know if anything will happen. Okay, so it says I have, you can see up there, it says I have an input right here, but it's not showing up on the screen, so maybe there must be something with the PS3. I don't know. Alright, so what I did was I just closed out of the program on my computer of the Elgato software, and I just have my PS3 on through the Elgato, just from the, it's just powering it right now. So I'm not recording anything. I'm just getting the settings right. So you can go to your display settings and change it whatever you want. I'm setting it to the component D terminal because that's what it's supposed to be at. And let's see if it works. Yep, it worked. So, oh wait. Alright, so hit yes. And then I think I can just hit, oh no. Alright, so you have to hit all of them. Well, it depends on your screen. If your screen only goes up to 720p or 1080i, you just hit the check marks up to there. So let's go through the settings, and no signal. Is that what, if this was what you were getting, then I know how you guys feel. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's a really quick green flash right there. And there's another one. I'm just waiting for the 30 seconds to come back. Alright. If anyone has had this problem, I don't really know how to fix this problem, but your screen's like flashing. I think it has something to do with the Elgato connection, but how I fixed it was just unplugging and plugging the Elgato back in. I just unplugged the TV cable. If I can. Damn, I jammed it in there. I usually just try to blow the dust out and just make sure it fits in nice and snug. And as you can see, I fixed it. It's not doing that flashing anymore. So let's go try this again. No signal yet again. Since it has no signal now, I'm going to try to start up the program to see if anything will happen with this. Okay, so see, it shows up on here, and it's fine. Okay, I just went back, but on here it was doing the flashing thing with 1080p. But if I go to 720p, it should come up, but I'm not really certain. Yeah, see, it came up. It looks pretty much the same, so I don't know if 1080p should work, but I think my TV is just messed up or something. And then for audio output settings, you can use whatever. I got a new headset, so I'm using this. And actually, I think you want to leave it on this for the audio if you just record through your, or if you just have the speakers from your TV playing the sound. I think you just leave it through that. But I'm going to probably use this because I got a new headset that allows me to use the optical cable. But for now, I'll just leave it at this. So 720p works, but 1080p for some reason it flashes on my screen, and as you can see, it works here. So for everybody that has a PS3, I'm sorry to have to say this, but you're gonna have to go with 720p if you have problems trying to record in 1080p. But that may just be my luck, but I don't know. You'll have to see for yourself. You just want to tinker and experiment with the Elgato settings and stuff, and also your TV. So like if I bring up the settings on here, for here I don't think there's any analog audio check mark, but there's analog audio gain at the bottom right here. And for this preserve source format, it's gonna record at whatever that says right there at the top. It's gonna record at the input, or actually no, it's gonna record at the output. So maybe, okay, never mind. So the output is what it records. So it's gonna record at the same speed as the input. So it'll be less. There won't be less like choppy clips in your videos, but keep in mind that it also takes up more space when you record at the same speed of frames per second. So yeah, that's why I just record at 30 frames per second, because movies record, or like their settings are set for like 24 frames per second or something, because that's like as fast as the eye can see or something. But yep, that's pretty much it for the PS3, and now I'm going to go on to the Xbox. Alright, so now on to the Xbox. I know it's pretty easy to get the Xbox set up with the HDMI cable, so I'm going to try something with I'm going to try to see if I can get it working with the component adapter, so that you don't have to buy another HDMI cable, and just use the whoops, I dropped it. Alright, I'm just going to use the or try to use this so that I can show you guys if it works or not, so that you don't have to waste money on another HDMI cable. You can just use your component and plug it in with the AV input on the Elgato. So I will get that set up right now. Alright, I'm back with the Xbox plug-in setup, and I found out that it does work. So see, I have a component cable with all of the cables plugged in, and it goes into the Elgato through to the back of my Xbox, and there it is up on the software. And if you want to know the settings, I have it right now. It's currently at 1080i for some reason. I think it's because my Xbox is set at that, but I can put it to 1080p. But if you see, I'll zoom in a little. It says Xbox 360 for the input, and for the input device, and then component HD 1080, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I mean, the only problems I have is with the PS3, as you saw earlier in the video. But so that's what the component's for. So you don't have to waste money on another HDMI cable. You can use your old component cable that you have for your Xbox, and you can still get HD. So, and the last setup that I have is using a computer monitor. This is one of those small LCD monitors that only have a VGA and a DVI input, and you have to buy a special cable, which I have. It's like a, instead of just HDMI to HDMI, it's HDMI to a DVI cable. So you can also use that if you want to save money and not have to buy like another TV. You can use an extra LCD, or an extra LCD monitor like this that has HD capabilities that can at least go up to like a 1920 by 1080 resolution, I think, because it's like with computers it goes by pixels and not by like 720p and 1080p and stuff like that. So yep, if you can see, my TV is in the back, my extra LCD screen for computers, and I'm pretty sure this can only work with the Xbox, but the settings are just the same as with HDMI. You can see right there. And HDMI has the with analog audio. If you can't hear your sound or whatever, then you should probably check that box, because I usually do, and it allows me to hear basically everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The only bad part about recording with a monitor in 1080 is look at the size of the files. But yeah, this is confirming that you can use an LCD monitor to record your stuff on instead of just a TV. So, yep. I hope I answered most of you guys' questions through this video, and I hope this helped you guys. And if you have any other questions or any other problems, just keep asking us. We'll try to help you as much as we can. So, thanks for watching this video, and have a nice day.